For final exam review number 2, we have M is between L and N. If LN is currently 27 and MN is 5, what is LM? And so we just subtract that. 27 minus 5, and we get 22. Okay. For number 2, it says that BD bisects angle ABC. So this ray bisects this big angle, which makes these congruent. If ABC, the whole thing, is 84, how do we find angle ABD? Well, we just divide by 2. So 84 divided by 2 is 42, which is D. Number 3, if you see the word complementary, you should be thinking 90 degrees. So we're just going to take 90 minus 40, and that would give us 50, C. In number 4, it says that AZ is perpendicular to CD. Okay, that means that ABE is 7x, and that EBD is this 4x minus 9. If this is perpendicular to this one, this creates a right angle right here. So both of these have to add up and equal to 90. So then I go ahead and solve for x. And I see x is 9. But it says to find the measure of angle ABE. So I plug the 9 back into this part right here, 7 times x. So 7 times 9 is 63. So that is D. In number 5, it says write the converse of the statement. If two angles are congruent, then they have the same measure. So the converse means that you just flip the if and the then. Okay? So now this comes first and this comes second. So if they have the same measure, then the two angles are congruent. So it looks like it has to be A. In number 6, we have if you work overtime, then you will be paid time and a half. Statement B says if you do not get paid time and a half, then you will not work overtime. So they want to know what type of statement B is. And that would be called contrapositive. Okay. So this is where you have to flip the if and the then from the first statement, and you make them negative. Okay, in number 7, make a valid conclusion from the statement below. So if Mark goes to the party, then Steve will go to the party. If Steve goes to the party, then Gary will go to the party. If you notice, the then and the if are the same. And so if that is the case, then you would say as your conclusion, if Mark goes to the party, then Gary will go to the party. So it looks like C. Okay. In number 8, we see that angle GHI is congruent to angle JKL. This is the same angle right here. Okay. If these are the same, that means that this angle has to be equal to this angle, which is stated here. And that is by the transitive property, B. In number 9, we have alternate interior angles. So these are congruent. So that's just 85. In number 10, these are same side interior. And so these have to add to be 180. And so simply we could just take 180 minus 52 and figure out that that is 128, I believe. So D. In number 11, these are corresponding angles, which mean they are congruent. And so you say x plus 29 equals 75. And then I would just solve that by subtracting 29 and get 46. Okay. Then in the last one here on this page, we have to solve for the angles VWX, and we're given that this angle is 143. So you have to understand that Y is 143 because they're vertical. W is 143 because Y and W are corresponding. Okay. We also have to know that W and V, if you look this direction, okay, these are corresponding. And then we have V and X they're congruent because of alternate interior angles. Okay, so everything that I highlighted there equals 143. And so if we check here, we have V, W, and X. Those are all 143, which is letter A. So A works for all three of those.